Hello everyone, it's Brendan Pyrite back here for more Pokemon Colosseum. In the last episode, we defeated the Cypher admin Mir B, and we kind of just are left off with not much told for us what to do next. So I think one thing we ought to do is go to the fortune teller lady who's just standing outside. So what she got to say? I might be imagining it, but the town's air feels somewhat less dirty. But not all is well. I can feel the presence of black auras coming from shadow Pokemon. Wow! And team, see, nothing escapes your notice. There's but nothing that eludes the notice of my fortune telling. The key to freeing Pokemon from that black aura, it's in the north. Up north, that's where my grandpa lives too. Oh no, I forgot, I was on my way to visit Grandpa. He lives in Agate Village, that's north of here. That being north, it may be no mere coincidence. Your answer may be there. Oh, my grandpa was a famous trainer when he was young. Maybe my grandpa would know something. Let's go see him, Wes. So, we have our next destination. We go out into the north, and we will find Agate Village. But, before we do that, I think there's something that we can do. If we go into the jail... Whoa. Oh, I'm sorry, Chief, but there's big news. You see, Mayor B and his underlings have left the town. Huh? Chief, you're not the chief, I beg pardon. I'm here, Johnson. That story isn't new. I heard it over and over already. Oh, Chief. There you are. You're such a kidder. Haha. Okay. Though, if we go over here, we see that the door is locked, but we don't have anything to open it with yet. I can't talk to that guy. Though, over here, they obviously haven't really left town. And if you go over there, you find one jail key. So, that's kind of a weird thing. So, they essentially leave the jail key right there for us to do whatever we want with it. And, yeah, I'm just gonna let this guy go. For, you know, no reason, because I'm such a nice guy. I'm sure he didn't do anything bad. Though on the bed, he left TM46, which is, I believe, Thief. Yep, just like him. Pokemon always makes a ton of different references like that, like calling you a thief or stuff like for breaking into different bases. I'm pretty sure in gold and silver version, if you wait, can I not open the door? Oh, there we go. You can tell us obvious lies, but we're still not going to leave the safe place. So, apparently they just want to stay here in, like, their own little fetal position for a while. So, okay. I was apparently wrong about that. Sorry. Anyway, continuing on with our journey, we have some shadow Pokemon to apparently relieve of that dark aura that's keeping them captive. So let's go up to Agate Village. And Agate Village is a giant mountain waterfall falling banjo town. I don't know. The music here is kind of nice. It's very relaxing. Though it doesn't feel fitting for an oasis mountaintop city. Anyway. Oh, here we are. This is where my grandpa and grandma live. The air tastes a lot different here. It's been so long. Okay, let's get going. I bet they're worried about me not getting here. And even though this is in the time of, you know, cell phones, mainly the flip phone, apparently Rui doesn't have one. Though, I don't know. So, going into this treehouse thing, Rui runs to this old couple, means that they are Grandpa Egan and Grandma Bella, like spelt completely bizarrely, but I don't know. Oh, Rui, welcome, welcome. We heard that you were coming, but then you didn't arrive. We were worried about you, dear. You finally arrived. What held you up? I just had this terrible time on my way here. I was abducted by these creepy people. Luckily, I was saved by Wes, who happened to be there by coincidence. And then we, also stopped an evil organization from handing out, like, corrupted Pokemon to the public. And she just fails to mention that. Oh, how frightful. Thank you so much for saving our granddaughter. Sure, but why would anyone want to harm Rui? It's probably because they can see these bizarre Pokemon. Shadow Pokemon that we had turned into fighting machines with hearts of darkness. Shadow Pokemon? What on earth is that? Well, she just said it. Help! There's trouble, and there's this guy. Egan, it's a serious situation. There's some outsiders went to the Relic Forest. What? Who were they? I don't know. They shoved me aside, and that's enough talk. I can't wait. I'm off. And apparently the act of actual violence triggers Egan to kind of freak out. Though, there's a few different little things that we can pick up before we go and go meet a Shadow Pokemon. Here is the Berry Man, and he will give you random berries every day. Sound the internal clock of your GameCube at the time, or the Wii. So for me, every day at 9:57, I will be able to go get a new berry if I really want to. Though, I don't think there's anything much good, in getting the berries. Anyway, slipping behind the house, we go down here, over the bridge, and there is an EXP share, a very useful item. It's not very useful for Shadow Pokemon, but I'll probably be using the EXP share a lot, because it's very useful, and the Pokemon, and since all the battles in this game are double battles, the Pokemon that's holding it will get double EXP compared to the ones that are actually in the battle. Which is a kind of weird thing, but just because of the math of it, since you have two Pokemon out at once, it comes out like that. And I don't need a heal, I'm trying to save because I just want to save. But anyway, also looking at our Pokemon storage box, we have it almost half full. Most of which was Shadow Pokemon except for Plusle. And I guess it probably is actually mostly half full. I always organize the box with random things that my preference of putting them there. Because when I was like a little kid and I played this game a lot, I would put a lot of Pokemon in the desert to dry up and rot in my brain. I don't know why I did that. I don't know, it's a little stupid dorky little kid thing that I do, you know? Alright, but going down past this waterfall, we have another item, and that would be a Quick Claw. It makes your Pokemon essentially go, well, yes, much faster. But I'm going to give that to Mantine. I believe he can hold it. And then because Mantine isn't the super fastest Pokemon ever, and it kind of needs an item for now, and I don't think I have Mystic Water, so yeah. But I also just realized that I promised that I would read to you guys the Ian file P. Yeah, it should be P. Okay. Purification of Pokemon. Shadow Pokemon are fighting machine. Oh wait, Ian's a surfer dude. Alright. Shadow Pokemon are fighting machines created by closing the door to their heart. The process of restoring a Shadow Pokemon back to its original state is known as purification. Bodacious! Exactly how a Shadow Pokemon is purified is unclear, but there appear to be several causes. We must eliminate reaction to these factors and create Shadow Pokemon that will never revert back to their original purified forms. Shadow Pokemon Lab, Chief Ian. Whoa! Alright. So there we go, Server Dude's Ian purification file. But yeah, so now we've essentially got everything we need to prepare us for going into this cave here and fighting the Cypher Peons. There is, I think, 4 or 5 of them in here, and I don't quite know how I want to do this, because I don't really want to speed up, and these are necessary battles, but they aren't super important. So I think what I'm going to do is, since they're essentially going to be 6 important battles here, I think, I will show every other one, starting next battle. So I will see you guys then. Oh jeez. So yeah, that's what she says once you beat her, because apparently we physically hurt her, not her Pokemon. So yes, the villagers are ridiculously strong even though we aren't even from here. Though, that's one thing that's not really clear about this game. They never really tell you where Wes is from, which kind of bugs me, because there's quite a few places in Ori, but they don't really tell you where he's from. I'd imagine, Pyrite Town, because, he's a total thug, and there's only 2 people? I thought there was more. Okay. Oh, I'm thinking of XD. There's like 6 trainers, I guess. I don't know. Just being in the same areas brings so much nostalgia from both games, I sometimes have trouble deferring them in my mind. Though I brought Mantine out just because I kind of wanted him to get a bit more training. But I don't know, it's not really important. If you're following my party or anything, or even if you're not, you don't really need Mantine out or anything. Actually, if you have a Mantine, I think he'd be very, very good for the next battle. And Bayleaf's in hyper mode. That's great, I guess. I don't know. It'd be better if Mantine went into hyper mode, because then I'd be able to call it and it would purify a bit more. But I don't know. So Kikni is using Feint Attack. And, like, I don't know. A lot of the animations in this game kind of bug me. They're really, really weird sometimes. Like, Cacnea, like, goes into, like, semi-fetal position and then, like, just rolls around and hits you. I don't quite get it, but, So, Shroomish is at about 2/3 of its health left, and I fell asleep. The sleep is such a really just terrible status infliction in this game. I personally just don't like any of the sleep-inducing moves in all of Pokemon, really. I mean, like, Sleep Powder for Pokemon, it doesn't hit very often. I think its accuracy is 65%, and I have such terrible luck with it, so I've always, like, I never do a sleep seed, like, unless I'm doing, like, if I'm, like, playing through Leaf Green, I might do, like, Sleep Seed combo if I have a Bulbasaur, but, I mean, other than that, I don't like making Pokemon fall asleep, because, and I mean, even for, like, the catch rate, like, I know it does go up if you put it to sleep, but, I mean, I always just keep my if I'm, like, playing this game, I always have an Ampharos, and I just let it keep Thunder Wave to paralyze other Pokemon, so just kind of works out for me. I mean, that has an 100% hit rate, and it just always, it always hits, and it gets essentially the same, essentially, if you were to keep, a Pokemon that you're trying to catch paralyzed instead of asleep, you'll only need to put it on once, and assuming it takes more than 5 turns to catch the Pokemon, which seems pretty normal. I mean, it would wake up, but if you kept it paralyzed, since it is gonna be paralyzed like 50% of the time, it will work out more beneficially to just paralyze it once. So if you don't, I have a medium amount of Pokeballs with me, so I'm not really too worried about that. Though I don't really want to waste any potions or anything, because not really for now, but for a later point in the game, there will be, well, it's actually rather soon, there will be a point where you have to go through a 10 trainer gauntlet proceeding up to a boss fight, and I want to save my items and money till then. So I'm just going to heal up there, and yeah. So I don't really think I need to cut back to the little cave over there. It's only a few steps away. I mean, really, it's just like, you know, it's gonna be right here. And now we're going to see. There was another. Well, I am going to show every other one then, unless Cass has a useful Pokemon, but I'm almost 100% sure that she doesn't. So she has a Baltoy and a Ralts, but yeah, no, nothing important. So cutting this out. Alright guys, so I healed up and saved and stuff. So I'm just gonna also lead with I'm not gonna lead with Bayleaf. I think I'm gonna lead with Espeon and Mantine, a tank and a special attacker, which is a pretty good combo. So, oh, Egan's in a heap of trouble. What shall we do? What shall we do? Egan might be the mythical trainer, but he's pushing his luck if he thinks he can battle at his age. Because I don't really know. I think I can play Pokemon even if I were an old man. Anyway, you, who are you? What are you doing here? Although you may ask why we are here, we simply cannot answer that. I see that you are a senior citizen, but I cannot allow you to interfere with our affairs. You're the one interfering. Shady creeps like you all personally run out. Now, someone so old shouldn't overdo it. Don't take me for a fool. I'll have you know that I was once hailed as the most powerful trainer. That isn't all either. I have a comrade with whom I've been through thick and thin. This is the first Pokemon I got, and it's been with me ever since. Okay, Pikachu, we haven't battled this much in a while. Let's keep focused. So, Cypherpeon Scrub is now facing off the so-called mythical trainer, Egan. That is his name. Myth Trainer, not even mythical, even though that's what the other guy said. So Hitmontop is going down the level 50 Pikachu's, stat. No, that's not level 50, that's level 20. Bleh. So he's going up against, no, that is 50. And he just got critical hit and died. Well, I don't know. Yeah, that looks like 5-0. Well, Egan whited out, so good for him. Old man really shouldn't faint, but he apparently did, even though he's standing right on his feet right there. So, didn't I say? An old man shouldn't overdo it. Grandpa, Pikachu. And Pikachu's just like, bah! And then we, like, twitch over, and how dare you? You'll never get away with this. Ha! Now there's someone who may show me a bit more of an enjoyable time. Very well. On God! So with that fencing term, we're apparently going to be fencing up against Cypherpeon Scrub. And he sent out his Wynaut and his Geodude. Though from the last battle, we already know that he has a Shadow Hitmontop as well. And that's kind of why I led with Mantine. So that whenever he decides to pull out his Shadow Hitmontop, that is its name, I will be completely prepared for it. And I don't really need to worry about Geodude because between its bad special, yeah, it's done. That's simple. Then, oh, and great, now I'm gonna use Confusion on Hitmontop. That's fantastic. Well, let's see me get a critical hit, and then I'll kill it, and then I'll have to restart, and that'll be just fun times, right? So, Intimidate's now going to cut our attacks, but so long as I don't use Takedown or Shadow Rush, that won't really be bugging me. Super effective, and I didn't critical hit it, so that's good. Mirror Coat failed, and yeah. So I'm going to switch Espeon out for Flaffy so that I can paralyze and his Shadow Tag. Great, so that means I'm going to need to take out Espeon. No, I'm not going to need to take out Espeon. I'm going to need to take out Wynaut. and I'm just going to full flank it with everything I've got. So I just use return, so then I'll use bubble beam, so that way it can only counter one of us, though it has an 100% rate of countering one of us, assuming it lives. And why not have obnoxious health points as well as both defensive skills. And wow, I was thinking Hitmontop would lead with triple kick, but apparently it's just going for the all-out Shadow Rush, which is kind of too bad. So there goes most of my defense. I can't really use Umbreon as a tank, because then if I use Umbreon as a tank, it'll use triple kick, and then it could seriously injure Umbreon. So let's go with. No, wait, no, I can just go straight switch to Flaffy. That's, I guess, good. Alright, so Flaffy's out. Not the highest defense for Hitmontop, but it'll have to be good enough. So then I'm gonna Thunder Wave Hitmontop, get it paralyzed, now I'm gonna snag it, and then I'll just go full flank on whatever comes out. No, I'm not going to go full flank, because I'll still need to take out the Why Not. So Hitmontop is doing Focus Energy, and for the longest time as a kid, I didn't realize that raised your critical hit ratio. I just thought it got you pumped, or for no reason. And I thought, like, if you did, like, Focus Energy, Focus Punch, it would work better, because it tightens your focus the turn ahead. But that doesn't actually work. But I think it really should have, because I think that would have been a cool thing to do. But, it's not how it works, and I don't make Pokemon games, so it's not up to me, and there you go. So, let's start with a Great Ball for Hitmontop here. Try and take it, in one go. It would be better if I used an Ultra Ball or something like that, but I don't know. I just have so many Great Balls, and, you know, it's at, like, maybe a fifth of its total health points, and, yeah, no. That's too bad. Alright, so Espeon's using Return. Alright, there goes Vinot. And stuff. So Espeon gains a very small amount of EXP. Espeon and Umbreon are actually quite a bit over-leveled for this point in the game. But, it's kind of, I always like to keep those two a few levels ahead of the Shadow Pokemon. And our Shadow Pokemon won't be too high level, but usually because of their, diverse typings compared to one another, I can just use them for whatever I really need to, and that'll get them to a high enough level in plenty of time. So I think I'm gonna use a Return on Hitmontop. That shouldn't go for too much damage, and then I'll try and take out Clamperl with Thunder Shock. And alright, good. Hitmontop took a bit of damage, and it could still use a few more Shadow Rushes before it killed itself. And Clamperl's at half health, so I'll probably be using Espeon's turn to use a Snag Ball, and then I will finish off Clamperl with Flaffy's, not Psychic, Thunder Shock, yeah. Thunder Shock, that is the name of the move that it uses. Alright. Here comes Thunder Shock after we throw a Snag Ball. This probably has a pretty good chance of catching it around now. You know, even if it doesn't though, you know, I have plenty of Snag Balls. I'm pretty much sitting pretty in the city, even though I'm in the suburbs, but whatever. So, here comes Thunder Shock, and good. That's it. Yep, done. Clamperl fainted, and now I'm left with spamming Pokeballs at Hitmontop. So, although I would like to kind of talk to you guys some, I think I ought to give you guys a break. I'm gonna cut to when I catch it, and then I guess we'll see a bit of a small ending cutscene, and we'll end the episode. But I'm gonna throw a Pokeball, and then I'm gonna cut. So, let's go Pokeball. Alright, there we go. Hitmontop was caught, and stuff. So, he probably should have declined, but oh well. And, yeah. So, he was instructed to capture Celebi, then destroy the Relic Stone, but matters have not gone according to plan. I shall have to immediately inform Takim who has gone to Mount Battle. Thank you for telling us where your leader is. Grandpa, are you okay? I'm fine, but my partner... Rah! Oh, you're safe. Good, good. You battled with honor. If your opponent was any ordinary Pokemon, you would have won. So that was a Shadow Pokemon. Rui and Wes, am I right? Thank you for helping us. We should go home for the time being. I thought you said we were gonna have to go home for tea, but that was not what he said. You really had me worried, so please don't do anything rash again and dangerous again. I'm sorry, dear, but I couldn't very well let them have their way. Those crooks, they said they were out to capture Celebi and destroy the Relic Stone. Why? Might there be a connection between Celebi and Shadow Pokemon? Oh no, that's not good. We came here because we thought you would know something, Grandpa. Sorry to disappoint you. Oh yes, dear, we have that stone tablet. It had something about the Relic Stone carved into it. Oh yes, we did have such a stone tablet. Now, where could I have put it away? Let me go look for it upstairs. It may take time, so please be patient. While she's looking, you might try and gather more information on Celebi. Go see an old man named Senior. He lives near the Pokemart down the hill. Senior, I don't know, is the authority when it comes to Celebi. That is if he remembers. So he is senile like this old guy. That is great. Though, it's been a bit of a long episode. I hope you don't mind. We just got quite a bit of stuff done and stuff. So, you know, it was pretty good. So, thank you very much for watching. And in the next episode, we will see Sino.